Arise, O Lord. Let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Selah. Psalm 9, 19-20. David closes this psalm with a prayer. After declaring God's justice and mercy, he calls for action. These verses move from description to petition. Arise, O Lord. This phrase appears throughout Scripture when God's people need help. Moses used it in Numbers 10:35. And it came to pass, when the ark set forward, that Moses said, Rise up, Lord, and let thine enemies be scattered. God doesn't sleep, but sometimes he seems inactive. We see evil prosper and wonder why God waits. David's cry reflects our own frustration. When will God act? When will justice come? Let not man prevail. The word man here means mortal, frail humanity. David sees proud humans exalting themselves against God. They mock his word, persecute his people, and defy his authority. Think about Goliath. For 40 days, he defied Israel's armies. 1 Samuel 17:10 records, And the Philistine said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Goliath seemed to prevail, until David arrived with 5 smooth stones and faith in God. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. David asks God to judge the nations, not in secret, but in thy sight, where all can see. The heathen refers to nations that reject God's rule. This request isn't personal revenge. David wants God's glory displayed. When nations defy God, they mislead others. Their prosperity makes people doubt God's power. Their success encourages rebellion against the Lord. Verse 20 continues the prayer. Put them in fear, O Lord. Fear here means proper reverence and awe, not cowering terror, but recognition of God's power. Proverbs 9:10 teaches, The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Modern culture mocks the fear of God. People want a comfortable deity who makes no demands. They create gods in their own image. But genuine fear of God brings blessing, not bondage. That the nations may know themselves to be but men. Here lies the prayer's purpose. Pride makes humans forget their mortality. Success breeds arrogance. Power corrupts perspective. Nebuchadnezzar learned this lesson. Daniel 4:30 records his boast. Is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? God humbled him until he ate grass like an ox. 7 years later, he acknowledged God's sovereignty. To be but men means recognizing our limitations. We are not gods, nor are we self-sufficient or eternal. Psalm 103:15-16 reminds us, As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone. Selah ends these verses. This musical notation calls for pause and reflection. Stop and consider what David prayed. Think about its implications. This passage has many applications for our times. First, pray for God to arise in your situation. Don't accept evil's apparent victory. Second, remember that human power is temporary. Today's tyrants become tomorrow's footnotes. Third, ask God to reveal himself to our generation. Churches need this prayer today. Arise, O Lord, in our communities. Let not secularism prevail. Judge false philosophies in your sight. Put proper fear in hearts that mock you. Personal application matters too. Where does sin seem to prevail in your life? Where do circumstances contradict God's promises? Pray David's prayer. Ask God to arise and show his power.